All right, let's talk about OpenAI because they are in this wild, crazy spot right now. It's like they're living out that best of times, worst of times thing in real time. On one hand, they're pushing out new features at a mind-blowing pace. But on the other, they're juggling massive lawsuits, some pretty bad PR nightmares, and a cash burn problem that is, honestly, it's hard to wrap your head around. Okay, let's get into it.
This quote, man, it just nails it, doesn't it? OpenAI is right in the middle of a high-stakes drama. They're pushing the absolute limits of what AI can do while walking this razor-thin financial and legal tightrope. So how do you even do that? How do you navigate that level of chaos while still making incredible progress? That's the real tension here, and it defines their every move right now.
And boom, this slide just lays it all out. On one side, you've got this incredible innovation engine just churning out new stuff. But on the other, yeah, the whole thing's kind of on fire with all these financial and legal headaches. So how are they handling this? Let's start with the good stuff, the progress.
So OpenAI isn't just tweaking things here and there. Nope. They are making huge, aggressive moves into brand new territory. We're going to look at two of their biggest plays, one that could completely change how we work in teams, and another that's taking on, well, one of the toughest industries in the world, healthcare. First up, group chats. And honestly, the idea is pretty simple, but it's powerful. Picture this, a marketing team is brainstorming. Instead of everyone going to ChatGPT by themselves and then copy-pasting ideas into a Slack channel, they can now all be in one chat with the AI. So one person asks for slogans, someone else has the AI critique them, and a third tells it to whip up some social media posts from the best ones. It all happens right there, in real time. It just makes teamwork feel so much more connected.
But here's what makes this a real game changer, the control. You can literally tell the AI how to behave for your specific group. You can decide if it should just jump into the conversation whenever or only speak when someone tags it. You get to fine-tune how present it is. And that level of control is what could turn this from just another chat tool into a real collaborative partner, which is something their competitors haven't quite figured out yet. Okay, so group chats, that's about making our work lives better. Cool. But OpenAI's ambition, it goes way, way beyond that. They are now going after one of the most complex, most personal parts of our lives, our health. This is a massive deal, especially since this is a field littered with the failures of other tech giants who've tried and failed. And look, this is not some side project. They've brought in the heavy hitters, like the co-founder of Doximity and a former exec from Instagram to run this thing. Their goal? To build you a personal AI health assistant that can manage your medical info and give you useful insights. And you know what? The timing might be perfect, because people are already starting to ditch Google for AI when they have health questions. OpenAI wants to be the one giving the answers. But, and this is a huge but, all this progress, all this ambition, it comes with a jaw-dropping price tag. So now, let's flip the coin and look at the other side of this story, the insane financial pressure that could bring this whole thing crashing down. Let's start small, or what seems small. Every single time someone makes just one 10-second video with their tool Sora, it costs OpenAI about $1.30 in computing power. Okay, doesn't sound like a lot, right? Well, just watch what happens when you scale that up. Even with its super limited release, Sora is burning through an estimated $15 million a day. I mean, think about that. Every single day. That's more than a lot of successful companies make it a day. And this is for a product that's not even fully out yet. And annually, we're talking somewhere around $5 billion for just one product. The guy in charge of it even admitted the economics are, and I'm quoting him here, completely unsustainable. It's that classic Silicon Valley playbook. Launch now, figure out the money later. But Sora, that's just one piece of the puzzle. The whole company, in just the last quarter, reported a loss of, wait for it, $12 billion. This right here is what people mean when they talk about cash burn, and it is putting unbelievable pressure on them to make money and fast. And it's not just about the money. The walls are closing in from other directions too. You've got a German court saying they broke copyright law. Major studios in Japan, like Studio Ghibli and Square Enix, are coming after them for Sora. And then, to top it all off, their own CFO goes and suggests the US government should foot their trillion-dollar bill, which, as you can imagine, went over really well with the public. So what do you get when you mix this incredible progress with a platform that's basically on fire? You get OpenAI's grand gamble. It's a high-stakes, all-or-nothing race to profitability before the clock and the bank account runs out.
And their master plan? It's right here. Enterprise. I mean, look at these numbers. Enterprise licenses shot up 9-fold in a year. They've got over 1 million business customers. This isn't just growth, it's an explosion. And this is their big bet. This is how they hope to outrun those insane losses. After that PR disaster with the CFO, CEO Sam Altman had to come out and make things crystal clear. The message is, if we fail, we fail. That's how it works. No government bailouts, we're on our own. So they are publicly committing to this high-risk path, no safety net at all. And this go big or go home strategy is totally different from their main competitor, Anthropic. OpenAI is all about growth at all costs, and they'll figure out profits later. Anthropic, they're playing it smarter, leaner, business first. And check out the timeline. Anthropic's on track to be profitable by 2028, a full 2 years before OpenAI. That's why a lot of big companies see their AI, Claude, as the safer, more stable bet, even if it's not always as cutting edge. So this all brings us back to the big question, right? Is OpenAI's strategy brilliant, or is it just plain reckless? Are they moving too fast, maybe a little too furiously for their own good?
Probably the best way to wrap your head around this whole situation is to think of it like an AI space race. It's a really powerful way to understand the two different philosophies at play here.
You can think of OpenAI as building the biggest, baddest rocket ever made. The goal is to be the first to land on a new, profitable planet, even if they have to burn every last drop of fuel they have just to get off the ground. The competition, on the other hand, is building smaller, more efficient rockets. They're sustainable. They might not get there first, but they're also not betting the entire farm on one single launch.
And that's where we are. Is this insane, high-burn gamble the necessary price you have to pay to win the future of AI? Or are we watching a modern-day Icarus story, a company flying so high on its own ambition that it's about to get seriously burned? Honestly, the answer to that question is going to define the next chapter of tech for all of us.